Alright, so let's go ahead and do the power rankings. So, again, it's been a little while since we've done these. Didn't do it last week, so there's a lot of info to take into account here. A lot has happened. So, many changes, and it starts with the top spot. It hurts to do this, but I have to. Give me the loot. John Fornecker at number 1. Guy is 7-2, so in that way, top spot. Can't fault his record there. Now, the one thing that is going against him again is his point total, which will that come to back to bite him in the playoffs when his points are maybe not as high. But yeah, he's been crushing it all year at the top of the NFC. Now, here's the thing though. Gimme the Loot is the champ of the NFC. That's the garbage division. That is the AFC South of our fantasy league, where just beating up on the Jags and the Titans and just playing the garbage of the league. Now, the AFC has 4 of the top 5 scorers in it. 4 of the top 5 teams is in the AFC. So, that's a very tough division, perhaps where champions are made. We'll see. Alright, the number 2 team is at the top of the AFC, Going Green. Now, he is still number 1 in the league in points. Still looks to be a playoff team. Had a bad week, but still a good squad. So, perhaps battle-tested when it comes to playoff time. We'll see. Number 3, maybe debatable. Maybe I'm biased. I'm going to stay. Philadelphia. A tough loss this past week, but number 2 in the league in points. And that roster is just loaded. Made another blockbuster trade this past week. Now has LaShawn McCoy in addition to Le'Veon Bell and Gio Bernard and Brandon Marshall now, Julio Jones. It's too much. This roster is just too talented. I cannot see this team not being there in the end. Alright. Number 4, Marshawn Lynchpin. Marshawn Lynchpin is number 3 overall in points. And yeah, he's one of the top 3 teams in points, all in the same division in the AFC of Going Green, Philadelphia, and Marshawn Lynchpin. So, we'll see. Very good squad. Mark Ingram has been on fire recently. We'll see if that continues. But good squad. Looks like a playoff squad. Alright. Number 5, we'll have this Braveheart Chicken Wings. And you can see it was over here a 6. And I thought about it, you know, this guy's 6-3. I decided to change him to number 5. But the shocking thing is, Braveheart Chicken Wings is second to last in the league in points. And is somehow 6-3. So, you know, again, the record is great. I mean, that's really what matters. But the team looks to be a little rough. Alright, number 6 is the exact opposite. A team who has done great with points but can't get wins. Return of the Macklin. Return of the Macklin is number 4 in points, but at leaves something to be desired at 4-5. It needs a little help going in the playoffs. If he can string a couple wins together, then he's looking like a playoff team. Squandered a big opportunity this week against Braveheart Chicken Wings, putting up that like 95-point total. That was a rough one. Alright. Number 7, We Are Garbage, who might be in need of a name change because We Are Garbage has quietly put together 3 straight wins of big point totals, has been on fire as of late. So Aaron Foster, crushing it. Andre Ellington has been doing great, and then even the randos are now pitching in. The Eli Mannings of his team, they're now doing okay. Alright. Number 8, another team in the bottom of the standings making some noise. Earth So Good has won 2 in a row. And Just Made was part of that blockbuster trade with Philadelphia. We'll see how that impacts his team. Because now has Aaron Rodgers, now has some depth with Lamar Miller, with Sammy Watkins. So that could be big. That could be big. We'll see what happens with Earth So Good. But doing quite well recently. Got a long way till the end of the season. Alright, now the bottom 2. Our team's bringing up the rear with 2-7 records, I believe. Number 9, the Bears. And anyone who attended draft night could see this coming from a mile away. You know, when you're drunkenly yelling out Sam Bradford, who has like a broken leg on draft night, you might think the team's going to struggle during the year, and that certainly has happened. So we'll see what can happen with the Bears, though. Again, has some talent on the team. Here's what's interesting, though, about the Bears. I looked up the schedules just to confirm this. Gimme the Loot is number 1 in the league overall in record at 7-2, but has so few points. The Bears is 2-7, but has some okay talent. I just looked at the schedules out of curiosity. If you just switch the ESPN randomized schedule, it's just random. I just click create schedule on ESPN and it makes it. If you just switch their schedules, the Bears is 7-2, Gimme the Loot is 2-7. True story. Fantasy football, some luck is involved. My goodness. So the Bears, tough breaks, but now can play the role of spoiler. There you go. All right, number 10. We all know it. He is Melson Molesters, and he plays the role of guy who gets stomped each week. Can't really play the role of spoiler because his team is already spoiled. It is straight trash. And, again, kudos to setting the lineup. That's a start. That's a start this week, so good job there. But, yeah, kind of like last year where his team was Peyton Manning and Jamal Charles. Just last year he had some other things, some other pieces. This year it is just nothing else. It is barren. So, anyway, that is... rounds out your power rankings. Alright, so hope you all enjoyed it, and hope to keep making these week in, week out. And yeah, let's get some chatter on the boards, and let's as we hit the final stretch of the season, it's starting to get to the point where each matchup is gonna put some people into playoff contention, some people in the top 4, and other people will be dropping out. There's that mash of like 5-4, 6-3 teams where it'll get very interesting. Alright, y'all. Set those lineups. Good week.